see heaven invading this place. I see angels praising your holy name. I sing praises, I give you all worthy Jesus. I see glory falling in this place. I see hope restored, healing of all disease. I sing praises, I give you all worthy Jesus. We give you praise and all of the honor. You are a God, the one we live for. We give you praise and all of the glory, God. We give you praise and all of the honor. You are a God, the one we live for. We give you praise and all of the glory, God. I see glory falling in this place. I see hope restored, healing of all disease. I sing praises, I give you all worthy Jesus. We give you praise and all of the honor. You are a God, the one we live for. We give you praise and all of the glory, God. We give you praise and all of the honor. You are a God, the one we live for. We give you praise and all of the glory, God, and all of the glory, and all of the glory. Let your presence fill this place. Let heaven come. Let your angels be released. Let heaven come. We will worship at your feet. Let heaven come. Face to face we want to meet. Let heaven come. We give you praise and all of the honor. You are a God, the one we live for. We give you praise and all of the glory, God. We give you praise and all of the honor. You are a God, the one we live for. We give you praise and all of the glory, God, and all of the glory, 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 and all of the glory.
Good morning, Firmly Rooted family. Pastor Tom, Firmly Rooted Ministries. Good to have you on this Thursday morning. Hey, we got out of single digits. I think today we're in double digits, which is an improvement. So that's good. Hope you're all having a good morning. And Hope you're enjoying the devotion so far. What have we done now? We've done Rooted Men. We have done Flourish, and now we're strengthening our roots. And let's say hi to a few people, and then we're going to dig into Mark chapter 7. There's Ken Gooch. Good morning. There's Chuck B. Good morning, family. Jody, love you. When we're going to see you? When we visited you a couple weeks ago, you talked about maybe feeling good enough to come to church sometime soon. Just if not, we want to get back to your place. So just if you're coming in this weekend or not, just let me know. Dr. Colleen, good morning. Connie, good morning. I'm out there on X. Alice, good morning, everyone. Bert Reggiani, good morning. Karen, good morning. My sister Trish, good morning. And there's more out there. So that's good. I mean, there's people out there not identifying themselves, and that's just fine. But if you feel like you would like to do that, feel free to the software allows me to see you if you're on Facebook or YouTube or X. And so feel free. Jody, what'd you say? Love you. Coming this weekend. Boom. Boom. All right. Very good. Very, very good. All right. We're going to pull up Mark chapter 7. And we need to remember, I'm going to end up pulling it out of here for a second. We need to remember that what happened recently is that Jesus and his disciples were criticized and judged by the religious leaders because Jesus' disciples were not following the tradition of the elders. That you wash your hands. Every time you come back from that sinful world out there, you ceremonially wash your hands to purify yourself. All these external expressions. You wash pots and pans, and you do all these things as ritual obedience because elders, leaders of the church, over time created these things. Can you see it in a Christianity? Can you see where there's denominations that created rituals, created things that you do because somehow we've added to the stuff that one should do to please God and make sure you're doing things right? But what happens is we begin to deify those teachings and we forget the very heart of the teaching of Jesus. Like Jesus said yesterday, the very commands of God, the 10 Commandments, says that we should honor our father and mother. But all of you created this rule, tradition, that if I have this money that I should be using to take care of my parents, and I call it korban, I call it a gift from God and a gift to God. I'm basically holding on to it because it's for God. And Jesus said, well, that means you neglected the commandment I gave you. You created a tradition and a rule that contradicts my word. And you do this all the time, he says. And again, I think the Christian church has to look at itself and say, where are we guilty of doing some of those same things? Satan is always going to pull us at 1 degree off the truth, 2 degrees off the truth, 3 degrees off the truth. Just soften us up, soften until all of a sudden we've created something that's contrary to what he said. Perfect example, and I've said it so many times, is a church that truly believes that going out and making disciples is putting a sign outside that says, come, visit us. And we wonder why they don't come. And Jesus is saying, I didn't say come, I said go. Well, no, we're doing the come and see thing. Well, I didn't say to do the come and see thing. I told you to go. You see? Even in the very fulfillment of the Great Commission, we can kind of lose our place. All right, let's get at the reading. Sorry for that long beginning, but we only have a few verses to look at. So Jesus goes on to say, he's continuing the conversation. And he called the people to him again and said to them, hear me, all of you, and understand. There is nothing outside a person that by going into him can defile him. going out shopping and not washing your hands because some elder told you to, going out and wanting to prepare a meal, but ritually cleaning all the dishes and the things, separating this and that. Jesus is saying, enough. There is nothing outside a person that by going into him can defile him. But the things that come out of a person are what defiles him. Highlight, note right now, if you are defiling, if I am defiling, it is because it is something coming out of us. Not something that's coming to us, something we're choosing from the inside out. And when he had entered the house and left the people, his disciples asked him all about the parable. Give us more information. What do you mean? And Jesus says, then are you also without understanding? Do you not see that whatever goes into a person from outside cannot defile him, since it enters not his heart, but his stomach, and is expelled? It's not what you eat. It's not all those ceremonial laws. It's on all that stuff. Comes in and goes out. Do you not see that whatever goes into a person from the outside cannot defile him, since it enters not his heart, but his stomach, and is expelled? Thus he declared all foods clean. So he's also saying that the Old Testament ceremonial controls of eating are now wiped away in Jesus, because he's fulfilling the law. But let's go on and finish this out. He said, what comes out of a person is what defiles him, for from within, out of a man's heart, comes evil thoughts, sexual immorality, theft, murder, adultery, coveting, wickedness, deceit, sensuality, envy, slander, pride, foolishness. All these things come from within, and they defile a person. You guys are worried about somebody washing their hands because they've been outside and now they're coming inside, rather than worrying about the fact that they're murdering and adultering and coveting, and they're lying and deceiving, and they're slanderers and their pride. See, religiousness wants to look at all the outside. Satan wants us to look at all these outside things and say, oh, it's all okay. And then hide the wickedness and the sinfulness and the hatred and the anger and the judgments and the sexual stuff. It all gets hidden on the inside. And Jesus is saying, that's what you're supposed to be looking at. It's what the Ten Commandments are all about. It's why Jesus says, you've heard it said that a man shall not divorce his wife, shall not cheat, sin sexually. But I say that if you just lust in your heart, you already have. You hear the Bible say that you should not commit murder. I say that if you hate someone, you already have killed them spiritually. The point is, again, whether it's the American church or whatnot, every time we read verses like this, we got to pull it out and say to ourselves, where does this apply to me? Where am I so focused on the outside things that I'm not focusing on the inside things? That I'm so concerned about somebody else and what they're doing that I'm not controlling what my own heart is doing and what my own mind is doing. Stop focusing on all the things on the outside and deal with your insides. Deal with your heart. Deal with your soul. Deal with how what's going on the inside. Because that's the stuff that can defile someone or show someone's righteousness and faith and peace and joy and hope. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that this devotion was a blessing to you. Have a great day. Make it a firmly rooted day, and may someone see Jesus in us today. Peace.